can't be bottom right. Takes 10 seconds to run out of the town each time. And the thing is, I have to set the throw to both buttons every single time, which doesn't like seem like a big deal, but it wastes like the smallest amount of time while I'm considering doing that. But if I like start the run, find a really good house, and then immediately punch a fallen in the face, I give up. Let's see if the waypoint's got anything for us. Alright, so this house is pretty close to waypoint, I guess. Let's just grab everything. It's not the best setup, but it's a setup we can kind of work with. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that education. Yeah, I had a blasty blast. So I'm glad other people seem to enjoy it as well. Yeah, definitely let me know if that kind of stuff is interesting to people. It's something that I wouldn't mind doing more of. Like, I would like to get through the rest of the game at the very least, so that like people kind of have that as a resource. No, ugh, this is definitely kind of far. Oh damn it! We need to get to level 2. I forgot. Yeah, can we get there quickly? Alright, I need to take this off. I was hoping these would be one hits. I guess they're not. Any one hits over here? No. Okay. Wow. A barbarian. What's Good's roll? Oh, see, that time, yeah, it really just doesn't like it when I do like the super quick load into game. That time it didn't have a problem. We all love Panda? Well, that's good. Right, everybody loves you. It loves everybody. But me the most. Yeah, I'm glad people had fun. It's always a little bit like... Oh, look at all that fruit. Are we fancy fruit boys now? It's always not scary, but like interesting when you try to do a stream like that, because yeah, it's gonna be slower. Yeah, it's not speed running. Yeah, I'm just kind of like talking a lot, but the idea is that like everybody kind of gets to be involved, right? You have a question, we get to like sit there and stop and answer it, rather than me just like kind of like half answering your question because I'm too busy running, that kind of deal. You know? But that's definitely not like everybody's preferred style. Some people just want to see the game get played quickly and also want to be able to yell at you while it's happening so that, you know, they can get their jollies off, which I get. Sometimes I just want to yell at the streamer too. But you all still love me the most though, right?
Beware foul demons and beasts.
And not Panda? Ooh.
Impossible.
Topaz.
I can't carry anymore.
This boy, this boy.
I am overburdened. Beware foul demons and beasts.
Turn back.
God. Shut up, Flavi. That's what we want. Yeah, yeah, yeah. On a cap and some gloves. Oh. We get 3 caps.
What can I do for you?
Other cap. Meh. Hey, how you doing, IOUPN? How are we doing today, my friend? Glad to see you. We're gonna make it happen today. Today is the day. Yeah, we're doing shopping this time. The Suffer Barb was fine. We can actually do the Pacifist Barb, and now that I know like what we screwed up the other day was having it on players 8 for I think something like 2 hours. We had it on players 8 while trying to progress. So that's no bueno. But we're doing shopping. We're just going to actually finish the Pacifist Barb.
What you need?
I think it can all be done in one stream. I just need to do it now. Already have attacker takes 1 there. Now I just like, if I could just get a skull, that'd be pretty sick. It shouldn't be this difficult to get a skull. We're allowing shopping, all the good stuff. Okay. Obviously, I don't know that particular stream, so I'm not sure. Not sure what was going on. I'm sorry that you had a bad experience. Obviously, I won't have an opinion about it because I wasn't there and I don't really know the streamer themselves. I hope that was more so just like a miscommunication than like, you know, people being malicious. But I'm sorry you had a bad experience.
Yes.
Yeah, I would just say if you have like a bad experience with another streamer, rather than like just like, I don't want you to feel like you can't come here and talk about stuff, but rather than just like throw up their names, just if you could ask my permission next time, because I don't want anybody to have any like prejudgments about me. I wouldn't want somebody to be talking about my stream as well. Obviously, I don't have that outlined anywhere, so not upset about it, but sorry that you had a bad experience. Yeah. I doubt you're trying to be malicious, right? You just had a bad experience and you want to talk about it in a safe place, and I'm glad that this place feels safe for you to be able to talk about stuff. But I'm gonna assume it was a miscommunication. It's really difficult to capture like somebody's tone or somebody's intent, especially through chat, right? Like there's no way for you to add, here's my tone, here's my intent, here's if I'm being sarcastic, here's if I'm trying to be helpful. Then you have somebody who's, you know, under a pretty decent amount of stress. Well, you know that like, there we go, there's a chip skull. Streaming can be like pretty stressful. So it's probably really difficult to, or I've personally found it difficult to be able to like communicate exactly how I feel through chat and then back at chat. You know, you'll always hear me kind of, you know, like correcting myself if I think that something that I've said could come across as like upsetting, you know. Okay, so I think we're good to push on. Let's go get a couple levels.
Good day.
Let's do this as well. And how do I normally do this? That there, this boy in there. Take this boy.
Beware foul demons and
Triggered? What's triggering you, Yard? What's up, bud? Give me some XP. Do 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 do. There we go. There we go. Yard, yeah, he's in a perpetual state of being triggered or currently triggered or triggering. You know. Yard plays the field. Okay, here we go. Let's there's 5 out in the Cold Plains. Why the so we got a bushel of bananas where the back 3 are all just like regular sized bananas, and then the front 4 are just the longest bananas. I don't know what's going on there. Doth the Lion Warrior enjoy Resurrection Day? Yes. I called all my family. I made like heretical jokes with my mom. I said nice Easter things to my grandmama and my papa. You know, just your normal, everyday. It was Easter. My family is Catholic. What's good, Shano? You're kinda here? Well, I'm glad you're kinda here. Shano being kinda here is my favorite. If Chano was always here, ugh. I don't even know what I would do. What's going on here, madams? A very perplexed look on your face. Oh, is it just a bad situation? Okay, okay. Alright, so we got one shrine right there. Where's the Rakinishu setup though? They're gonna find some rando eggs in the backyard this summer. The Bates family is like super about Easter, which is very sad this year, obviously, because like they can't have like a get together. But they are like super about Easter and have like a yearly hyper mega Easter egg hunt where like anybody who shows up gets to participate, and they hide eggs everywhere. And they're just the best eggs, dude. They got like nips in them and scratch tickets. It's great. And there's also like candy and stuff like that too. But whoever wins like gets like tickets to like extra prize points and stuff. It's insane. Okay, we can put this on. Alright, so we got a lot of shrines here in case like we're good with running a very far distance. Also means we'll probably have an XP shrine for most of Rakanishu fights. Maybe we can get a little bit further away from the old archers, huh? That'd be pretty sick. Man, I really wish Rakanishu would just kill himself on me. There we go. Okay. Oh, rip amulet. We don't really need this hit recovery. You're basically a glorified quill rat. You're not wrong. You know, I say I do a little bit more for the economy than your average quill rat, but yeah, basically. Check the house, go back, kill Rakanishu. Wouldn't mind another skull. Quill Scarab hybrid. Good day to you, partner. Alright, you got that. Just need to like gamble a bunch of stuff. That would be cool. Good day. Oh, we already have a 2-socket hat. Already have 2-socket armor. Here we go. Ooh, man. 10 life would be nice. God, it's a bit of a run, huh? That's way too far of a run to farm Rakanishu. I think we reset for Stonyfield. Oh, we got a gem shrine though. It's pretty nice. Oh, another chip skull. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get a better setup. What? What? Okay. Oh, it's because I'm on TCP. It's like, why does this feel so awkward?
What can
Light radius. And we're gonna have to re-explore here. Yeah, foul demons and beasts. Level 6, so let's go leap. And the two boys here. What do we got near the waypoint? T-dubs. We have one shrine. Got some boys. Oh boy, can I do players 8 zombies? I don't know. Looks like we can. What do we have? We have 8, 9, 10 with 2 chances of charge bolt. Alright. What's the Rakanishu sitch? Is it like right here? If it was right here, no. It's right here. That's still no. This is bad too.
I can't.
Yeah. All right. Another Rakanishu. Also, time for me to rant. So, I had to go out to the store. I'm not going to name the place. I used to work at one of these places. And they have like a, like put in your phone number rewards card thing. But it's obviously the end times. So I show up, I walk up to the counter, and I'm like, yo. Yeah, so if you do this, it'll take you to the actual rules of what's going on, but basically what it means is I can't attack anything. I have to use attacker takes damage and chance to cast spells to basically have things hit me and kill themselves on me. What it means is I'm going to be running around in circles for a long time, hoping that things hit me, and abusing some known realities like if you are running, you have no defense, so you always get hit, to make it so that creatures will kill themselves. The two main things that we use are chance to cast and attacker takes damage. Oh, we're in the stony here. It's pretty interesting. It's going to take us a little bit, but I have done it off stream, so I know it's possible. And we have it a little bit down to a science at this point, although I can't get a good stony field to save my life. Although we really can't reset, because that will literally take too long. There's only so many hours in the day, and I like to be able to do this in one run. The reason why we call it the Suffer Barb is because it's exactly like it sounds. We are going to suffer a lot. The Barbarian's going to get hit a lot. And we're going to have to make some pretty dicey plays to survive. Sounds like an entertaining type of run is the hope. Basically, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, chat was very, very kind to me. The people in this community are fantastic, and they got us up to 100 subs, and I asked them what they wanted, and this is what they wanted. It used to be I couldn't shop for items. That basically just takes too long. It's not like more interesting, it's just hours and hours of me farming one area without killing anything. So now we can shop. So the idea is that we are going to shop our little brains out once we get to Act 2. And kind of make this a reality. The big thing that we need is to get a lot of skulls so that we can work our way up to perfect skulls. So we're going to be basically killing everything on players 8 for a lot of this. For the highest chances of those things dropping like random chippy gems and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we're gonna walk around like dummies and get the crap kicked out of us. Moon Clan actually has too many hit points, I think, on players 8. I don't think these are worth it. The zombies were fine. This seems to be... Oh, they're also lightning enchanted. Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with this. The interesting thing about the run is like we don't worry about runes. Like we don't need to do countess runs because getting like Taleth, while it makes your run slightly faster, doesn't really do anything else for us, right? Like we're not casting spells. We don't care about hit recovery. Actually, we basically just want to stand still and let things kill us. So the other thing about the Barbarian that makes it viable at all, he doesn't have any inbred Thorns abilities. Like he doesn't have Thorns Aura or Heart of Barbs or anything like that. But what he does have is a metric ton of hit points. And Leap, which helps a lot in areas where the Pacifists normally have a really big issue getting through. And yeah, so we're gonna abuse a couple different things, mostly as giant health pool, like natural survivability, like points per vitality. And jump really, really far, because we don't need to put our points into anything else. And then what's also really good is obviously we have battle orders, right? So that's like another huge increase to our health points. We also have battle cry, which is just a flat damage reduction. Which, as you can imagine, is really strong when you're trying to survive a lot of hits. Also, oh my god, look at this with a socket and plus to Firestorm. It's fucking stupid. We typically don't have enough. We typically don't have any open slots for anything other than our shield. And I think we only need 34 strength to be able to use a large shield, which will have 3 sockets in. So hopefully that contains 3 perfect skulls. We will farm for perfect skulls. We need to have a constant source of damage return, and chance to cast even on full gear isn't necessarily good enough. Again, we're just going to run through here really quickly, have everything kill itself in hopes of seeing some chipped gems fall. Chipped ruby, it's like a skull. Basically popping everything as we go as well, because we end up cubing up. We end up cubing up a lot of things later on. Looks like we have a constant boss group there. We'll probably end the run on either 25 or 26. When I completed the run after getting the Ancients level, I was 25. And then you end up killing a decent amount of the Bale Waves. And then running everything else out, just taking a death, running everything out, dying again, and then coming back in. So you don't actually get a ton of experience from Bale Waves. But we only really need 24 for bow. We could do it without bow. I don't think that's a smart idea. It just adds somewhere between 200 to 300 hit points, and it's really hard to find that much survivability elsewhere. Plus the additional 4 levels means that we have more vitality, we have more points in leap and battle cry, so I think it's a worthwhile investment of time. The other part is that farming Act 3 Flare Jungle has a chance to drop a lot of things. So there's definitely like an optimal set of gear, which is like chance to cast Nova on everything with chance to cast level 4 Charge Bolt on your rings and amulets, along with like dual res and a lot of like extra hit points and stuff. So the more that we can farm without just like strictly wasting time, the better. What we're really concerned about is just like not accidentally punching anything. It's like our biggest objective.
Good day.
We could be holding on to rubies. That's not the worst idea. But really when it comes down to it, you basically, like I said, we don't really have like a place to put the rubies. Like if we got like a really sick hat with like chance to cast Nova, and then also like open sockets, that would be a different thing altogether. But we really can't rely on that. Cool thing about Pacifist Barb IMO is that like every piece of gear that you pick up could be an upgrade. And that's not really obvious in other runs. What level are we? Level 9? Okay. Also, while the leveling in the like the first couple levels is a little bit tedious. Oh, the grocery store story. Sorry. Okay, so I go in. They're like, you can put in your phone number for the rewards card. Now I'm in like a ventilator mask or like a respirator mask. I'm like as covered up as I can be. You know, I've been observing like a 10-foot distance between all people. First and foremost, the cashier, everybody else in this store is wearing gloves and a face mask. All of them. And they also have a sheet of plexiglass up in front of the actual cashier. This cashier, nothing. Just no gloves, no mask, sitting there like looking at their phone. I'm like, bold statement. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. I don't understand why you don't care about sick people in society, but sure. And they're like, oh, you can put in your rewards number. I was like, oh, can you do it for me? Obviously, right? You know how every store you go into, from behind the screen, they can put in like whatever their phone number or like email address, whatever it is. You know how every single store has that? You know, everywhere. Straight up looks at me and goes, I can't do that. You have to put it in that pin pad. You know, the one with nothing over it that everybody touches. She didn't say that part. I go, I'm sorry, could you actually put it in the from your side for me? I don't want to touch that. She responds with, we can't do that. There's no way for me to do that. Now, first and foremost, yes, there is. I used to work for that company. I know what that technology can do. You 100% can. Second off, you understand why I'm asking, right? It's a giant pandemic where you're not supposed to make physical contact with anything in the world. You know, that whole thing. They then proceed to look around. Oh, well, they then proceed to look around at another cashier who has been working there for years. I don't know their name, but I've seen them many times. I've lived here for a while. And a shift lead, which is basically like an assistant manager for a particular shift period if you've never worked in retail. And goes, can we look up their number for them? And both the other teller and the shift lead say, no, we've never been able to do that. Now, I haven't worked for this company for 2 years. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something, right? Mac, maybe you're wrong. That happens. I'm imperfect. You know, I don't claim to be perfect. But here's what I got for you. Are you ready for this shit? I was at this exact same store less than 2 weeks ago. And I came walking up to the front. I was buying something. And they go, you can put in your rewards number. I go, oh, can you put it in for me? That person looked at me and went, you just put it in right there. And I went, I don't want to touch the little like credit card machine. Obviously. Do you mind doing it for me? I would appreciate it. And they click the button that says look up rewards number. It's right underneath the section that catalogs all of your purchases. I have used this software for way too many years of my life. And they put it in for me. So here's what I got. Here's what could have happened. In the less than 2 weeks since I've been to this particular store, they have changed their software so that the only person who could put in a rewards number is somehow the customer, which is how no software would ever work ever. Ever. And 2, every single person who is working there, who I know has worked there for a very long time, has either been replaced by a doppelganger who has started working within the past week, so they've never known about this technology, or are all suffering from very aggressive amnesia. But I've also worked in retail for many years of my life. And while I understand that quote-unquote... Exactly, nobody's going through and pushing updates to this software. There's no new technologies that are coming out to these stores. But I've also worked in retail for many years of my life, and there may be the adage, the customer is always right, but fuck that. I get it. I'm not about to argue with this person. I tried my best saying, I know you can do it. They said no, and I went, okay. So I then promptly used my non-dominant finger to put in this number. And then when I got home, disinfected my whole body. But it's just like, even, let's say we weren't even in a pandemic, and I'm another human being. I'm just like very confused because it's wrong. Like, I know that what they're saying is incorrect, and I know that you can do it. And like, obviously, like, the person wasn't very nice when they said it, right? It's not like they were, you know, exceptionally nice to me being like, I'm sorry, I don't believe that there's a way for it. Like, I don't need all of that. I don't need like my consumer ego to be like fueled in this way. But like, let's say we're not in a pandemic, and I look at you in a retail setting, and I go, I really don't want to touch that thing. Can you please do it for me? The response is never to out loud just begin demanding of other people, hey, can we do this? And then look at me going, we can't do it. And it's like, what if like let's think about all the reasons why I'm a person who might be asking you for help in this way. There's probably a reason, right? I'm probably not just a super lazy asshole. Not just like, no, you do it for me. Like, can you please do it for me? I don't want to touch this thing. Right? And they're like, no, you're wrong. And I'm like, no, actually you can't tell me that I'm wrong.
What can I do for you?
Because I know that I've worked for this company longer than you have worked for this company, and you can do it. And I know that you can do it. And I know that specifically the manager can also do it because that's the way that you do returns when there's no receipt. So why are you lying to me? Like, why am I being lied to, but also being lied to in a very aggressive and not so personal way, right? Yeah. So that's my little mini rant. You know, I get it. These people are stressed, and you know, this person believes something. And worse yet, their shift lead also told them that. And I'm looking at the shift lead like, maybe you misunderstand what's happening. Maybe you're just immediately going to bat for the employee, which I get. You know, I've been in the situation where the manager has to basically just like back up what you're saying and hope that the customer leaves. I would have all the nickels I spent on such services.
Beware foul demons and
Oh shit. Thank you, Yard. Thank you for bringing that perspective. I hadn't really considered the world from that lens yet.
impossible.
God. Okay. So it was Walgreens. I worked in Walgreens pharmacy. I was a licensed pharmacy technician. Well, that's just it. Like, there are situations where it's like, it doesn't matter what you're saying or if you're right. The customer just needs to be... Yeah, I was a tech. Like, the customer just needs to be happy so that they'll leave. And then you commiserate with the manager later. I've also seen scenarios where the manager... You always try to say no first. You try to be like, oh, that's not how it works. And then if the customer gets uppity, you go, you're right, I'm sorry. I'm the idiot. Please let me fucking give you my firstborn child to make up for it. So I'm thinking we were kind of in that first phase where, like, if I kept making loud noises, the manager would have figured it out. I just don't know why they're lying. And I would assume, again, something has changed. I haven't worked there for a really long time. But, like, 2 weeks ago they did it. You know? So... And it's just like... That means that at least 2 weeks ago, this used to happen. So they should at least know what I'm talking about, right? They should be like, oh, you know, that used to be a thing. We don't do that anymore, yada yada, like whatever it is. Yo, what's good, DSG? You can be busy, dog. Don't worry about that. You busy, you busy. We need...
Yes?
I guess we can actually buy the 3-socket shield in Act 2 as well. We don't need to shop it here. Alright. I think we just push on. Get to Act 2.
What you need?
Ooh. It's very nice. Pick that up as well. I need to, like, put something in my hand. Oh, they freak over COVID? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Do we have... we don't have a 2-socket weapon here? You have a 2-socket... Whoa, actually, you know what? Let's just pick up this, just in case we don't find anything else. See if he has a 2-socket weapon. There's a 2-sock. Oh, you know what? I should have actually done it this way. Hold on. Okay. And the rest of the points here. And I guess let's do one more Rakinishu run on the way and then push.
Beware foul demons and beasts.
We have our... Come on, everybody. Come on, figure it out. Get a little bit of money. Yeah, no, exactly. You could walk into CVS with no toilet paper, buy a stick of gum, and be able to supply your family for 2 weeks. Switch to CVS. You know what's the worst part is, because I actually don't like CVS corporate. A CVS pharmacy basically tried to screw over my grandmother, so I'll just hate them forever. If there's one thing I will say out loud that's damaging to anybody's brand experience, it's fuck CVS. Because they tried to make my grandmother spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on their diabetic test strips every month because they were too lazy to bill her Medicare properly. Oh, I was so fucking angry. But the times that I do go to CVS, when I like have to, right? There's like not a Walgreens in the area, whatever it is. They give you that receipt, and it's like, I'm not gonna be back here for months, maybe years. Like, no joke. Oh yeah, no, fuck CVS. I will die on whatever cross I need to say fuck CVS. Oh my god, I was so angry. I was so justifiably angry. But uh the one time where like I go and I need to shop there and I get that giant roll of like coupon, like advertisement and whatever receipt, I always just take off like whatever my CVS fun bucks are. Oh yeah, no, pharmaceuticals is garbage, and that's why I think that people in the pharmacy, you know, up to a certain degree of there's only so much you can do. Like, my license wasn't only being able to provide appropriate health care, it was making sure that the people coming to my pharmacy weren't getting screwed over by this industry. That's garbage. But yeah, like that's a whole other discussion. You got me in my justice warrior mode now. But I try to like give those coupons to other people in line because I'm not coming back. Like, I'm not going to be back for a year, if that. Like, I might be back within 1 year. So I like, whenever I get my receipt, I would just walk up to random people. I'm like, yo, are you spending $10? Here's money. I'm never going to use it. Please just take it. Yeah, man, there's some things in social justice that need warriors to go fight for it. I'm not running around on Tumblr and screaming at people. One, because I never knew how to navigate Tumblr. I never got it. And two, I mean, Tumblr was just there for porn, right? I don't even know how you like get into political discussions when everything on there was porn. Yeah, you can't do that now. But that's also why I don't really like shop at. I don't really go out to shop at all, but I have them as replacements for my patio door blinds in case one ever breaks. That's fucking funny. And a per kill? That doesn't mean anything. What did I have? I had an immediate right turn. But it's just like, dude, you don't need to print out this much paper. Like you are the reason why the trees are going away. Actually, I need this for poppables. I just remembered. What do we get at level 12? Increased stamina? Nothing else? Increased stamina and leap.
I can't.
Here's what I don't get it. I don't get a lot of it. Here's the thing. The federal government, and we're not going to talk about politics. I just wanted to talk about the word socialism.
This monastery reeks with evil.
The federal government's purpose is to provide support and enforce regulations as set by the people inside of our republic. Right? That's the purpose. Now, some of those things that are in the support structure are being able to provide aid for Americans in need. Now, some of those things are inspired by the same thought processes which would lead to desiring what is called
Impossible.
a socialistic society, right? Socialism. Nothing wrong with that. You should support Americans. Because why else does that money go to the government, right? We generate the money, we give it to the government, we say, hey, spend this on the stuff that we care about, and then we move on with our life. And that should just be the end of the whole conversation, in my opinion. That's all I understand. That's all I think it's there for. let's be good with it. We are going to get the hammer. 17 seconds to print a receipt. Even if every single inch of that is you get to save fucking $3 on your nutty crunchy bars that you love so much. Why give me so many raw inches of print in paper? It takes a million years. Yeah, and like, here's the thing. If you don't think that this situation is very serious and that you don't need to stay inside, have fun being like on the wrong side of history forever? I don't get that part of it. It's like, are you a scientist? The answer is no. Almost certainly no, right? Do you study the proactive containment of infectious diseases? The answer is almost certainly no. So, if the scientists, you know, the ones who come up with math and also space travel, say, hey, this is like wicked important. Probably wicked important, huh? Probably is, huh? So maybe just stay inside. Be on the right side of history. So when all this is over, you didn't end up killing one of your loved ones. You know? Easy peasy. Let me introduce you to the idiots in Indiana. Alright, I think I killed everything here that I'm gonna kill.
Impossible.
Yeah, like shout out to Dr. Fauci, who is just like continuously refusing. Like, if you have Dr. Fauci on TV, he will not allow you to just lie about the situation. So shoutouts to that individual doing the right thing. Hey, thank you, IOU Pain. I appreciate it. And yeah, love to see you later.
Impossible.
You're around, you're around. If not, I promise I will make you proud. They took our freedoms. What freedoms? Nobody's taking anything from you. Your freedoms. Fucking get into a car fire and just tell me how warm it is. Now, I'm not the most devout anything, but I'm pretty sure whoever your particular deity is can hear you for the comfort of your home. I'm positive. All right, we're not gonna slam any religions. I know we're not currently doing that, but we're not going to. I don't want anybody to misconstrue that. But like, stay home. Just stay in your home. Just be inside of your house. It's beautiful there. Maybe. And if it isn't, go into your backyard. Sit on your front porch. We used to sit on the porch in the projects all day because there was nothing else to do. So it was fine, I promise. Like, don't go outside. Or like, go to the woods. Go to the woods. go to the, don't go to the, because we went out, so we went out to like one of like the preserves, like there's like a nice, like it has like paths and bike trails and stuff. That was a mistake. Don't go there. Everybody is there. Everybody had that exact same idea. Don't go there. Go out to the woods. Go far away into the woods. Go out to the deepest part of the woods and fucking listen to a bird chirp or smell a flower. You know? Just don't go outside into public areas with other people unless you absolutely have to, or necessary foodstuffs or medical reasons. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I solved it. I fixed the whole problem, everybody. You're welcome. You know? Just don't do it. Be like me. Be lazy. You know, all those weekends where like, oh my god, I couldn't, you know, I couldn't, you know, I couldn't get enough sleep this weekend. I wish I could have just stayed home and done nothing. Perfect timing. Get it all in now, because it is going to suck. It is going to suck when all this is over. Like, it's not just going to be fun in roses and you just get to go to your favorite restaurant. It's going to suck. Yo, Frank? Frank1122, or as I wanted to read it, Frankle. Frankle, thank you so much for coming through with the follow, friend. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate it. I hope we've inspired you with my lambasting of CVS and also selfish people. Yeah, you're gonna have to go to work, right? Eventually, like more and more people are gonna return to work as this continues forward and comes under control. That doesn't mean you get to like stop wearing your mask. Doesn't mean you get to stop putting on gloves. Stop throwing gloves on the ground. Can we talk about this? Like everything else, like sure, you're selfish and whatever. Don't throw your nasty gloves on the ground. There is one thing that I think is universally, well, there's a couple things I think are universally evil. But there's one thing that I think is just like irredeemable. There's no way for you to redeem this in my mind. If you litter, fuck you. Now, you might say, well, not all the time in this situation. No, no, no. No, fuck you. And I expect better of you. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my mom, you're my dad, you're the Pope, you're Jesus come again. If you litter, fuck you. So these people throwing their gloves on the ground, are you serious? Because here's my other issue with it. I have a very deep need to pick up litter when I see it. It's just it's very hard for me to ignore it. And I can't pick up this litter. I can't pick it up for you. I don't care, like, if you're super lazy, yeah, I think less of you. But, like, at least I can go fix it in the immediate. This is something I can actually do something about. Right? God damn it, I thought I had it. Right? Like, I so desperately wish I could just go do something about it, but I can't. I can't just go fix it. People throwing their gloves on the ground? Literally fucking car fire. Find one. Find a car fire and just tell me how's the water. I don't litter, I glitter. Well, yeah, I've gone out to drag nights too, and there's nothing you can do about how much glitter falls off the body. I agree with that, Yard. Oh my god, don't litter. Throw your gloves on the ground. Like, think of how disgusting that is. Alright. I'm gonna stop screaming about it for a little bit, but like, don't litter. This does not give you an excuse to litter. You're not somehow exempt from the reality that you're a part of. Yeah, what's good, Octopi? We're just screaming about the people who are not doing their part to help us get through this pandemic. Things that have come out of this conversation, fuck CVS Pharmacy, and if you litter, I think less of you as a person. And I want you to feel that. Hip hop, but you knew that already? Huh. Alright. Here, how about this? Because the music genre, I know I have it up there. It was typically for like chill stream days. If everybody can agree on a hip hop track that does not utilize any racial slurs, I will I'll go toss that on. Oh, actually, it needs to be like open source music, because I do need to submit this as a run. Some lo-fi hip-hop? I can fuck with lo-fi. I don't think that's what Octopi is looking for. Yeah, anything by a Tribe Called Quest would work, I'm pretty sure. Issue is that's not like open source music, right? God, these afflicted are literally going to be the death of me. Can I get away from them? I think Andy follows you further than a regular creature does. Fuck. Because they don't actually physically attack you. I did punch someone with my Pacifist Barb, so this time I haven't punched anybody. Here, what's this track? Ooh. What is this? I don't think that's my jam, DSG. I gotta be honest. This would be so much easier if these afflicted just weren't here. Maybe I can get this like afflicted boss out.
I can't.
Like, just pull all of this out of here because I can't survive. Surviving is not really an option right now. Alright, that's some of them. Alright, that's better. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. Get all the way up here. Last time I was here, you just punched a dude, yeah. Yeah, I sure did. God damn. I really need them to die.
Good day.
Can somebody just, yeah, can somebody just like get me like a lo-fi hip hop track and we'll throw that on for a hot second. Try to chill out a little bit from, you know, fighting these mans. YouTube. YouTube is easier. God damn. Now, do you actually have a great track? I lurk below. Let's see what you got for me.